Hey guys, TrepChains here on the Diablo Immortal Alpha, checking out the Mad King's Breach dungeon.
I was cast aside, but I found the shard. I found purpose. The Queen's spirit would lead me to Leoric, and the power to rule over the dead. I will be vindicated. Leoric's soul is the key.
The Mad King's Breach dungeon is located within the Ashwold Cemetery zone. This is one of the most popular dungeons, and some people will run it repeatedly as it's considered good for experience. Typically, if you are in a dungeon, the main objective is to just kill the main boss. Sometimes when you're doing it as a bounty, there will be other objectives. You can see here, I just have one to collect the blade of the Mad King, because I am doing this as a bounty here. So Sir Gorash is the first boss of this dungeon. I'm just doing this on Hell 1 with my Demon Hunter, so it's pretty simple for me at the moment. Moving through now into the Grand Hall here. When people are just running through this quickly, they may not be killing all the mobs. So if you are in a group, you've got to expect that people will just run through these areas. It's a pretty cool area up here with a see-through floor. And you'll see the next boss, Manaric, there under the floor trying to get up. So we'll see him more at the end of this little area. But if we just stand here on this open part, he'll come up and try and get us through the floor. Comes. Banging on the floor there. It's okay. We'll get him. We'll get him soon. We'll get him soon. Just up here, in fact. So he finally comes out at the end here. Here he is. Manaruk, and he is the second boss of this dungeon. So it is quite a short dungeon with 3 bosses in it. And that's one of the reasons that people will farm this particular dungeon. Pretty simple, straightforward, and 3 bosses, and hence opportunities for loot are decent. Going through into the final area really now. On this area, it's worth noting we have a stairway with these gargoyles. Now, one of the common bounties, not the one I have here, does involve killing all 4 gargoyles. So if you are doing that particular bounty, you can't just rush through. You do need to make sure you kill the gargoyles there. There's 2 at the bottom of this first stairwell and 2 at the top of the second stairwell. But if you're not doing that, you can just run through the content if you like. I like to kill most things. Okay. So if I did just run up the next stairs here, I would hit a wall, which you can see there. So there are certain things where you have to kill a certain amount of stuff before it will progress. And this is one of those times. I do have to kill most mobs here before that little wall that we just hit will go away. So if you do hit that wall, it just means you need to go back and kill some more stuff. So this is our last stairwell, and the other gargoyles are now here. So again, if you did have that bounty, you need to make sure these gargoyles go down. Before the Skeleton King will spawn here, the Skeleton King is the final boss. We do need to kill all the rest of the enemies in this room, which you can see isn't actually very many, so that's not too difficult. There we go. And then, as we run up here, this will cause the Skeleton King to spawn. You can spawn now. He's going to jump in about the middle of those 6 things. And then we're going to take him down. He will get out his horse think around halfway through the fight. Here he goes. Forcel ready. And I'm going to try and avoid most of his hits, just because I don't feel like being charged and stuff. The walls are coming in, but if you're doing it at an appropriate difficulty, you should be able to take him down without any issues with those walls squeezing in on you. So there you go. That is the Mad King's Breach in Hell 1 on my Demon Hunter. As I say, this is considered a pretty good dungeon for farming experience and the like, because it's nice and quick with 3 bosses. So you'll see a bunch of people running this one repeatedly. Thank you very much for watching, and GG!